moving on. Finding the strength in your being to push to the next chapter in your life, the next step, the next dimension. It's true in life that we get stuck in a stage, we get stuck in a season. It's hard for humans to change, it's hard to adapt. And sometimes we just refuse to change and we just say it's going to have to keep getting worse. And then eventually it gets so bad that, the choice to change is so easy. And as you get older, that could be more frustrating because you're tired of learning new things, doing new things. So the key is to say, look, this is what we're up against. The next key is we take life one day at a time. The next key is we manage our time. No matter what big decision you have going on in your life, still wake up early, still be productive, still take care of the tasks, the errands, the jobs, the things that you have to do. Try to eat relatively healthy. Try to keep yourself in a relatively stable place so that you can, at a certain point, deal with things outside of yourself. We get stuck in our own head because there's things outside of our head, outside of our being, around us, in our environment, in our house, in our circumstance that we need to change or that are changing, and we have to deal with them. But first we have to deal with ourselves. And going to another level, going to another chapter in our life is all about having the capacity to deal with a little more stress. Taking a promotion is saying that I am willing to deal with a little more initial stress for long-term benefit. Getting out of an unhealthy relationship is saying I'm willing to deal with a little bit more pain of separation for long-term emotional well-being. Having extra capacity to deal with a commitment that will grow yourself physically, mentally, financially, emotionally is maturity. It is the instant gratification sometimes of avoiding that pain that we must feel to grow that scares us off from not taking the promotion, from not moving on from a relationship, from not improving our situation. Now, this pain that we feel is a real thing, and there should be real caution, there should be real planning. You definitely want to avoid reckless decisions. You definitely want to use wisdom to guide you. You're definitely going to need faith to cross the bridge of fear. No matter how wise any of us are, there's something that you cannot mathematically figure out life. You have to have faith at certain points backed up by wisdom, backed up by knowledge. So my general thoughts in this video is that there will be times in your life when you cannot avoid them. So there's times in your life where you have to go to another season, another dimension, another level of growth. And I'm not just talking about upgrading your car, okay? I'm not talking about becoming a millionaire per se. But, you could tie all those. I'm talking about you're upgrading your being, okay? Because anytime you're going to upgrade something materialism, car, house, whatever, if you're not living below your means and if you don't have a long-term plan, you're not upgrading, you're chasing. If you're rushing to do anything, you're not upgrading, you're chasing. If you are scared to do something, then you have to ask yourself, okay, why do I feel fear? Is this not wisdom? If it's not wisdom, then the fear is helping you from making a reckless decision. If it's wisdom, but it's not 100% guaranteed, there's nothing 100% guaranteed. So, you have to take a further look, okay? And you have to think about the vision for your life. You get the vision by simplifying your life. Less things to worry about, the more you can focus on what you feel in your being as far as your dreams, your goals, your desires. That's your God-given life assignment. And then so you have to ask yourself, does my life assignment align with this decision? And so these are some things that I go through, the thought process, okay, that I want to share with you. Because I know all of us are going through life. All of us have our different, unique circumstance. None of us can avoid this. However, all of us can work on improving this, our best life, not a perfect life. See, to me, why do I even bother to put effort to try to make my life better? Because why wouldn't you want to live with less suffering? I believe humans can change. I believe humans can improve. They've shown it throughout history. I believe all of us are going to fail. All of us are going to let each other down. And, humans are flawed. Okay, so, but again, animals are flawed. Have you ever seen animals in the wild? Watch Discovery Channel, where animals kill each other and rip their necks off. Have you ever seen a nurse save someone's life? Have you ever seen someone stop to help someone change a tire? Have you ever seen someone encourage you on a day where you just needed a kind word? Hey guys, look, there's bad out there. I acknowledge it. There's also good. If we look, I think you should look for the worst case scenario in every situation. I think that's wisdom. But after you look at it, I don't think you should stare at the worst case scenario and never look at the best case scenario. Because then your whole life is going to be based on fear, preparing for the worst. And I do think you should be prepared for the worst, but I don't think you should not be prepared for the best. I mean, you got to have both perspectives. You can't just be preparing for a nuclear bomb. They've been doing that for years, guys. When it all ends anyway. There's a lot to be said for the totally optimistic person, because if the world ends, if everything stops, what good was it if you just lived in that bubble, because it was going to happen anyway? And if you have all this preparation and you live a little bit longer, and everyone else dies and everyone else is like totally destitute, what does that really do? You're living in a world that's so much suffering that, you're not really improving your situation. I mean, you prepare enough within wisdom, but you don't masturbate to fear. Masturbating to fear is a life wasted. If you have more fear than you have hope, if you have more fear than you have faith, you don't have faith. You love fear. Fear is your God. Again, I'd never preach not looking at worst case. Look, guys, taking a promotion is scary. Doing something new is scary. Moving is scary. Life is scary, guys. I mean, what are you going to do? You going to stay in your house and go back to bed? Many people do that. So those are my general thoughts. I hope they helped you in some way. If they did, click that thumbs up. You want to support the channel, click that blue join button. Share the video. Check out my playlist on my channel. I have a bunch of thousands of free videos. Keep pushing forward, one day at a time, one step at a time. One day at a time, one step at a time. Manage your time. Push yourself to do things in those time windows so that you're taking good care of yourself, so that when you need to make a big decision, you have the capacity to deal with that extra stress. This is the word of the Lord, in my opinion. Do what you want. Peace.